welcome to this month's Pobble Digital Challenge, where we are going to be taking the fun creature description in today's prompt and using the generative AI features in Adobe Express to bring it to life. And hopefully that'll inspire you to write your own creature description and see what it ends up looking like. Now, if you need free Adobe Express for Education accounts for your school, just click on the link that's at the bottom of the screen right now and we'll get you sorted out. And there you can also find out about all the other free things we do for schools, like live lessons, teacher training, and lesson packs and more. Right, let's jump into Express and get creating. Here we are on the Adobe Express homepage. Let's click on the pink card that says Create a Poster. So I'm going to paste in the creature description from the Pobble Challenge page, but maybe you've come up with your own creature description and that would be even more fun. So I'm going to click on the text button on the left-hand menu bar and then use Add Your Text. That's going to give me a plain text box. And in here, I can use the keyboard shortcut Control-V to paste my creature description in. Now I can move this around. As we can see, it's very big, isn't it? So let's use the corner handle here to resize the box, which will bring the font size down. And then we can also use these long handles here to change the shape of your text box. And if you keep playing with the corner and the side handles, you'll eventually land on a size of text that fits nicely on your page. Right then, let's bring this creature description to life. Now then, we are going to use the AI Generate Image feature in Express by clicking on Media on the left-hand side. And up at the top, we are going to choose Photos. And under Photos, you'll see this grey button that says Generate Image. Give it a click and it'll open up this little drop-down, which asks you what dimension you'd like your image to be. Well, I'd like it to fit nicely on my page. So I think the best option from these four is a portrait image size. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. Now, once you've done that, it's time to turn this detailed character description in the story that you've written into an AI prompt. Now, AI doesn't have very good common sense, so I wouldn't really want to copy all of this in. We need to break this down into clear descriptions for AI. So let's start off. What is it? Well, of course, first of all, it's a creature. How big is it? I think this is a small creature. So let's just type small creature, followed by a full stop. Now, let's add some more details. Let's talk about the scales and the spikes and the eyes. Maybe add some more details that aren't in your character description, but that you know are going to help out the AI to generate exactly what you've got in your eye. Next, think about where your creature is and in what kind of position your creature is as well. So let's add that detail in. Finally, think about your background. Add a description of what we should see in the back of this image. Now, before we generate, let's think about the style of image that we'd like to create. Now, you could use the style pickers down here and you can go through all of these different categories and just experiment with them, try them out. But if you know of something specific, then you can just add it up here into your text prompt. So I'm going to type the word style and then a colon. And now I'm going to type in a specific style that I'd like for my image. There we go. I think my description is all done. So I'm ready to click Generate, the big blue button at the bottom of my screen. And it's going to give me 4 different options for this creature, all based on that prompt that I took so long and so much care to write. Well, here they are. And do you know what? All 4 of them are really good. And any one of those would be good for me. Now then, I'm going to choose the one that I think best suits what was in my mind's eye. And I really like the spikes on this last one here. So I'm going to click on that. And it's going to set it as the image that we have here on our canvas. Now then, let's bring up the size of this image using the corner handles, exactly like we did with our text box. And let's fill the canvas all the way up. There we go. That looks wonderful. Now then, let's sort out our text because we've just hidden that text with our generated image. So let's swap them around in the layer stack. Let's bring the text up to the top. There we go. Now I'm still struggling to read it. So maybe I should put a background behind this text, a shape background. So with my text selected, I'm going to go over and choose effects. And down here, we can scroll down and you'll see that it says shape. And let's just choose one of these. What about this box shape? This looks good. There we go. Now, it's kind of hiding my creature a bit, isn't it? So maybe I need to bring my description up to the top and have a think about where you've got most space to have your text. Is it at the top? Is it at the bottom? Maybe you'll need to resize your box using the corner and the side handles. And do you know what? Whilst we're at it, I think it's time to change this font as well. So let's go back to the edit menu and let's go searching for a cool font. Let's just click here, drop down, and let's scroll down. And is there a font here that kind of gives me that cool rainforest creature feel? Well, next it's time for us to add our title, and the title of this challenge, of course, is creatures. So let's add a text box. T for text on the left, and the big blue button, add your text at the top. And let's just type in the word creatures. Now let's bring this down to the bottom this time and let's make it nice and big. Fill the width of our canvas. And let's go find a really cool attention-grabbing font for that title. Let's use some AI again and let's create a custom texture for this text. So with the text box selected, hop over to Effects on the left-hand window and let's generate some text effects by clicking on this pencil button here. And let's give a description of this animal skin again. And you can see that I've used the same style here that I used for my image. Now then, we can also choose if we want to keep this texture tight to the letter's shapes, medium, or loose, which may mean that things like the spikes will stick out of our letters rather than stay within the shape. Right, let's give it a whirl by clicking on generate and let's see the 4 results that we get for this custom font texture. Oh wow, amazing. I love those. I think this is my favorite, so I'm going to click on this third option here and you'll see that style apply all the way across the letters in your text box. Now, whenever I use this feature, I usually find that it helps to have an outline on the text as well. So let's go and add an outline. Now, to do that, that's all we need to do is click back from the Generate Text Effects and go back to the normal Edit menu for our text box. And here we can add an outline by clicking on Outline, choosing a color. Now, you can go in and choose any color you want here, but I think I'm just going to go for white. I think that's what's going to work best here. So choose white. And then let's just bring that outline all the way up to the thickest possible. Lovely. There it is. Cool. Now then, maybe I need to resize it a bit so that it fits better on my page. But that title is looking fantastic. Now, the final thing that you need to do, if you remember, if you've been reading through this activity, is you need to come up with a name, a scientific name for this amazing creature that you've just discovered. Have a bit of fun coming up with your scientific name. Maybe try and make it sound a bit Latin. Now then, for this, I'm going to duplicate this really cool text box that says creatures and use the 3 dots and duplicate. That means that I still have this cool effect on it. Let's bring the size down and let's type in your scientific name in here. Mine is a Spikysaurus tintiflex. Cool, that looks brilliant. So now maybe bring that up higher up or just find some space on your page where you think this is going to look best and fit best. I've got a bit of a gap here at the bottom of my text box, so maybe I'll just fill it with this. That's going to work really nicely, isn't it? Like that. And finally, I think we need a nice colourful arrow pointing at this new species that we've found. So let's go to Elements on the left-hand side and let's go to the Design Assets and let's search for an arrow. And you'll see over 2,000 arrows. Wow, that's loads. Scroll through and pick one that you think is going to work nicely on your design. I think this one's going to work great for me, so let's give it a click. There it is. Let's now bring that up, spin it around using the rotate tool, bring up the size, and then just pop that arrow into place so that we know that that's the name of this strange creature that we've discovered. Well, there we go. Finally, I'm going to give this a name. So I'm going to click in the top left-hand corner and rename this project AI Creature. And to share this incredible work that you've done, the easiest thing to do is either to download it. You can download as a PNG or a PDF if you know you're going to print it. Click download. Or otherwise, you can click on share. And there you can publish as a view-only link so that anybody who has that URL can see your published work. Or if you use Google Classroom, Microsoft Teams, you can hand it in directly from Express. Well, there we go for this Pobble Digital Challenge. I hope you've had a lot of fun, and I hope you've come up with your own incredible creatures as well as the one that was in our original prompt. I'll see you on another one soon. Bye for now.